Burna Boy's Love Damini. It is 22 songs, 19 songs, an hour long, straight hour.
Straight
And
hour.
Burna Boy is probably when you put Afro beats and pop together in a Venn diagram, what you get in the direct middle is Burna Boy.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Has really kind of made a name for himself for the past couple of years. Um, really since albums going back to 2013 even. And so this is another attempt at that. I think top line, I appreciate that you're getting Afro beats, Latin American things. It's becoming more of an American audience as Americans are enjoying that more.
Yeah.
I don't appreciate that this is a very long album with a lot of filler where I think the features work really well. And there are some times where I think Burna Boy, many of the features work well. And Burna Boy, as a standalone artist, can also perform very well. But there are also times where the entire thing feels very bloated and there's a lot of this album I could go without. The album also has, like, with the interludes, kind of a little bit of a dark turn that comes with it, so that's very interesting. Okay, Weekend with your sort of like weird story arcs about your love or inability to love, so cool, that's there. But what did you think about this?
Yeah, it's all right. I didn't mind it too much, except for one feature, but we'll get more on that later. Definitely, reggaeton, Afro beats, Latin American music. A lot of that is really starting to become popular in America now. And I mean, if you go to like a Bad Bunny concert, like that shit's just sold out like completely and everything. So, but anyways, um, with that, like with the record this damn long, 19 songs, it's just you get towards like the middle of the record and you go, okay, it's enough Afro beats for me. Like it's good, it's decent, but it's just very limiting in the way that he made it with the whole record. It- like the beginning of it is all right. I kind of like how it transitions. It gets a little bit darker towards the end, as you alluded to. I do like that pivot, but it took such a long time to get to that pivot where I'm like, all right, like there's so much in the middle of the record that you could go without. That would make it be more streamlined. It would make it sound a lot better and keep you engaged with it. Some of the features are fine. The Kalani ones are actually are pretty good. And then the one with Khaled I thought was good as well. Khaled I'm starting to really enjoy as a feature more and more. At first I thought yeah he would bring down some features here or there, but I thought he did well on that. And then even the one with J Balvin I thought was pretty good too, Roller Coaster towards the end of the album. But the one right before that with Ed Sheeran, it just sounds like a rip off of just a normal Ed Sheeran pop shitty song that you would get about 6-7 years ago. And Ed Sheeran needs to just stop making music. Whatever he does, just stop. It's so bland, so over generic. Like I've heard that thing 1,000 times before. We don't need any more of it. It's just bland. And that was one part of the album that I really didn't like because I thought the one with Kalani, I was like, oh, solid with Kalani. I was like, this one's cool. And then you got For My Hand. I'm like, this is dog shit. And then you get to Roller Coaster, J Balvin, and I thought that one was all right. So it's just that's a song you just don't need there at all.
That was my point when you got that Ed Sheeran song, and I definitely felt that album been getting too long. I looked at that part of the album and I was like, what? Where am I? Ed Sheeran's here? Oh wow, there's how many more songs? And it sucks because there's some great songs after that Ed Sheeran song. I think the J Balvin, like you said, the Khaled track, really good.
A bottom heavy record.
Yeah, which is joke withheld. You don't really get a lot of bottom heavy records in, so to speak. A lot of times it's top heavy because that's how you get people in, and then it's like, okay, let me just fulfill the album requirements and get some filler in here. An hour is definitely a very, very hard sell in 2022. That's basically a deluxe album territory. So you better be good with what you're coming with, and this just feels a little bit bloated to me. I do like some of the songs in the beginning. I think Kilometer is good. I think Whiskey has a good vibe. Last especially are some of the really good, kind of the best of what Burna Boy is at this level of making music as he is, because he's kind of grown into kind of being a more generic Afrobeats person, into incorporating a couple more sounds that internationally into his production. So I appreciate that. That works really well. Even some of the filler songs here, like I said, Whiskey, are okay. But there's a lot of songs that hit at maybe, at the risk of accidentally doing a real scale, like a 7 out of 10. But there are no songs that jump out of like 8 or 9 out of 10 territory. And there are a lot of songs that go down to like 4 out of 10 territory. Not a lot of songs, but like more than there should be. Songs that are either just like meh or like really just like hard to listen to and too poppy and bland, like Ed Sheeran. You don't need an album like this where you have someone to bland it out or to make something generic, or let's throw something out there because it's exploring too much. We want to make something a little bit more approachable. This is not the kind of album for that. It's a lot of crowd pleasers. Don't worry. That's not your problem here, man.
Yep. 100% agreed. You get to one level, you stick to it, and it's just, you get lost after a while because you get burnt out by listening to it. So it's all right. You can make longer records. Like, I really enjoy long records. Some of my favorite records are, are hour 15 minutes long, but they're engaging the entire time. They have a lot of variables to them. They're constantly changing, but they still stay cohesive. You don't need to try to blend it out. You don't need to keep it at one level and stay safe for an entire record and then make it more bland. That's not what you want to do. So overall, it's all right, but not going to change my world. So, but I do like reggaeton. I do like Afrobeats a lot. So within there, you're going to get your cloud pleasers. You're going to get plenty of things that if you like the genre, you're going to like it. But for like a whole record, it's all right. Cut half of it and it'll be fine.
Yeah. Arbitrary scale this week, kind of as we alluded to. It's going to be Ripped Pants from that one Fox News host. What is the man's name? I totally forget. Todd Puro. Yeah, Todd Puro.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't Fox News, so
I just read the article, so that's just the best I got. Anyways, that is going to be. I'm gonna give this 7 ripped pants.
I'm gonna give this 3 sets of trousers and 1 pair of jeans.
Ripped jeans is kind of hard to rip. Okay.
Exactly. So like,
all right,
not bad.
That's a spread. Also, it's worth mentioning a little bit of the Burna Boy bodyguard drama. Too bad I couldn't overdo that. But apparently there's this like thing bubbling up where there's an altercation between one of Burna Boy's bodyguards, or at least his bodyguard crew, and this woman's husband and someone who was in his group, maybe like a friend or a family member. Anyways, apparently Burna Boy was talking up to this woman. This woman is married. It's unclear exactly what happened from there, but it seems that Burna Boy's bodyguard shot this guy in the leg, and there's some like absolutely wild photos from this. But it's Audioface, so it's kind of funny, so we're gonna do it. Not kind of funny, but like it's here and it exists. So one of his friends was grazed right here.
Damn.
In the head. So he got lucky right there. Then this is a photo of the pants.
Hey, man.
Naturally super bloodstained. And then at least one of these things, I'll pull it up really fast, but there is a photo of the iPhone involved that basically blocked it basically saved his life. But Burna Boy is saying that, listen, none of this stuff. He's saying that Nigerian social media can say Burna Boy started Boko Haram. It's not going to shock me. Which is an angle?
Holy shit. All right, mate. You're taking the piss.
Whoa. Okay, so if there are any updates on that, we'll tell you about it. Thankfully, no one actually died from this case, but it looks like an extreme overreaction. pretty American for the Nigerian Burna Boy man, right? So